a lot of this pointing towards Pokemon Day.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan, what are your expectations for Pokemon Day? First off,
well, I'm expecting the usual, a little happy anniversary with some announcements. Usually is how it would go. Since it is like that odd year now without the games, I expect at least showing off a first DLC or an expansion pass that has a 1 and 2 DLC package for Scarlet and Violet, along with information on what they're going to fix in the game. Aside from that, I think we'll get either 1 or 2 spin-off games, one major spin-off, one maybe something smaller. And I do think if all the signs are pointing to it, it does possibly lead to another mystery dungeon coming out. I don't know if it'd be another like fast turnaround like the other one was, where it's like, oh, it's already ready in just like a month or two. So it could be. We could see that come, just in just a few months if it gets announced, which I would love. I know everyone here on this podcast would look the other way and talk crap about it and tweet about it and put lies on Twitter. Shout out to OJ. But it's I'm excited for it. There is an audience out there. There's a lot of people that love Mystery Dungeon, and they also love DX. And I think what they did with DX was a good start to keep pushing forward on making more games. Now, if it's a remake of the second generation of Mystery Dungeon games, awesome. I think those games are fantastic. They have some of the best story. If not, and it's a brand new game, I also welcome that as well. So I'm excited for that. As far as anything else, it's kind of just kind of up in the air. Hey, maybe Pokemon Sleep.
2 questions, Jordan.
Boy.
Yeah.
Well, one comment about the Mystery Dungeon. It is like a 2 million plus seller on Switch. So there is definitely an audience for it. So I just want to say that. But then the second thing that I want to say is you said major spinoff. So is that like a Legends? Is that like a...
No, that's the major spinoff.
Okay.
Oh, that's the major spinoff.
Yeah, that's their what's your major spinoff game?
Do they consider that a major spinoff?
Anything that is not something that's small, that's like a Unite or a Quest or anything like that, is considered a major spinoff. It's just a spinoff of the games.
I thought maybe like Let's Go, or like, I guess that's not really a spinoff because it's a remake of Red and Blue.
Yeah, Let's Go and Arceus are more or less spin-offs than more of like standalone large games. Like it's weird to kind of put those in their own category with what other spin-offs would be.
Like Pokken would be a spin-off.
Pokken would be a spin-off. Like maybe that could be a new Pokken coming. Poken's a spin-off.
I hope so.
New Pokemon Snap is a major spin-off. Like, stuff like that is like their major tentpole standalone spin-offs. They either have some sequels or not. Those are their big spin-off games. The smaller stuff is like the directly digital or smaller releases, like Cafe Mix and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm thinking I would love a Conquest 2. That's like a really
that was a good one.
that's like a very like if they even want to touch that again, because it's like I feel like it's like the weird one that everyone goes, oh, I love it, but no one talks about it.
Conquest was pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, Conquest was a cool idea. That could be fun. I think a new Ranger game would be really cool if they want to do a different type of spinoff that isn't like if they're going to go back and start trying to bring up these older spinoffs, like, okay, cool, we got our Mystery Dungeon. Go ahead and do a Ranger game. That'd be really fun as well. Actually, use the touchscreen on the Switch. That'd be sick if that happens.
Detective Pikachu too. That's
so as far I think that's still something, because now apparently the movie Detective Pikachu 2 is apparently a possibility for summer next year. So maybe that means in line they'll have a game come out around that same time. I wouldn't expect it this year, but I also wouldn't be surprised if we got it somewhere towards like the end of the year, like a December release or something like that. But as far as Detective Pikachu, that one's like the who knows, because who even knows about the movie actually coming out at this point.
Jordan, what do you think the odds are of Pokemon games going to NSO?
If you would have asked me before they showed it off, I would say, ooh, that's probably going to be hard. But even since we got like the Pokemon trading card game,
trading card game, I saw that get shown. I was like, hold on.
Which surprised me more than anything.
Yeah,
it surprised me more than anything because that game is so outdated with the rules, obviously, of like what current play is. So like to have that game be on there is interesting to see because it's only based on that time period's game rules and like the cards at that time, their HP stats, what they actually did. It's very different. So maybe there's a possibility, but even if it's not the mainline series, we may see like the other games start popping up, like the other spin-off side games at the time. I'm trying to think of a good example. I was gonna say Troze, but that was DS. Like Pokemon Pinball, right? They have the original Pokemon Pinball. We have the Ruby Sapphire Pinball. We have Pokemon Puzzle League, the Game Boy version, the challenge one on the Game Boy. One. So yeah, like there's definitely a possibility of Pokemon property being on there. It's just I don't know. Like I would say
Red and Blue go there.
I say there's an opening for it. I say that there is a better chance it could happen than it won't happen.
Okay. I feel like if they drop Pokemon Red and Blue on there, I think immediately the stock of NSO goes up. Everyone,
I believe so as well.
This is it. We're good.
If you have a natural way to connect every single game through whatever, if it's Pokemon Home or Bang, I don't even know what it's even called at this point now. To have all your Pokemon run through that, and it's every generation is on one, console, that would be pretty cool.
Well, can I ask a dumb question? Why would they not? I guess that's the thing that's confusing to me is I'm loving the Game Boy games. I'm addicted to them on Switch. And I love Gen 1 and 2 and 3. Why would they not? Like, what's the
because problem? Of the value of the property. I feel like there's like always that talks like, yeah, we could make our online more worth it by putting it there, or we could figure out a way to make money off it again. Because it's Pokemon. They put when they did it for the 3DS, when they put out all the games for the 3DS again, they all cost money. People went and rebought them, and they know that if they said, hey, $10 and you can get you can purchase these Game Boy games, $10 you can purchase these Game Boy Color games or these advanced games, and you can get any Pokemon from the first gen, second gen, and third gen, depending on which game you want to buy. And it was up for sale, even like $10, people are going to buy it.
Yeah,
that's the problem. Like that's why they're not going to, we're not going to have that easy debate if like, is it going to be on there or not? Because they know they would sell it if they did it, but they know they could look really good by not. And I think they're stuck on that decision.
That's a good point.
Okay. Yeah. I am interested to see if they touch on NSO. I kind of feel like it's time, and it would definitely pull in a lot of subscribers to go that route. So you're expecting that presents then, Jordan? I mean, is everyone thinking there's going to be an event on the 27th then? Monday?
It's more likely than there wouldn't be. Yeah. So I would say yes, and I wouldn't expect like crazy announcements. I would say keep it toned to like just the current games with DLC, maybe a spin-off game or two, and just some updates. If anything else happens, that's just extra.
Okay. Good stuff. Looking forward to it. I guess we'll find out. They'd announce it at sometime this week coming up then, since that 27th is a Monday. So should be good. Should be fun. I do want to go over very quickly. Max, you played Wild Hearts, right?
Yes, quite a bit.
Okay, you did. Yeah, because you had the review on it. Okay, cool. What were the thoughts on it? I played some of the trial. What's really funny is I got to the end of the trial actually it might have been the hour. So they give you a 10-hour trial on the Game Pass, which is EA's service is attached to it, EA Live or whatever it is. And I played it an hour, and you get to a certain point, which I believe is after the second bridge. Boss. Yeah, after the bridge, like you shoot across, and it's like, okay, now you can either buy the game or just run around in all the world you just played in. So I played it up to that point, and I was like, I'll come back when I get a chance and I have time, and I'll actually play the full version then.
I, as a big Monster Hunter fan who's currently going through, me and my best friend Taylor are playing through Rise again right now. Monster Hunter Rise. We're doing every single monster, every single gear set, like a master file run. So randomly, Wild Hearts popped up, and I was playing that with just random people online. It's really, really playable. Like, I guess the biggest thing to you, isn't it impressive how well, I feel like there's almost this sluggishness at times to Monster Hunter, which is purposeful. Wild Hearts is so fast.
It's fast. It's faster. Yeah, it is. But for me, when I was playing it, I think Monster Hunter feels heavier, but when you connect with like a heavy hit, it does feel like it. I still wasn't getting necessarily those heavy hits from Wild Hearts as much. Maybe that's just because it feels faster, I guess. The thing that I really liked, though, was the fact that you can set up like contraptions and inventions and things in the middle of the battle. So you can build a wall and the thing will charge at you and run right into it and fall backwards. Or you can have like the thing that'll just kind of launch you up in the air. It's almost like a slingshot sort of.
Yeah.
You can drop down on them. Yeah, you just literally
there's
make
like
things appear in front of you. It's really cool.
the Sonic the Hedgehog springboard thing where you. I like all that. Honestly, I was using the heavy blade and the bow, and that felt like it had a lot of impact. Like when I hit people with it, it really felt it. I liked it a lot. I do think that the whole crafting system, I think, is definitely going to be the make or break, because a lot of my comment section was people saying, I love Monster Hunter. I know you love Monster Hunter. I'm not playing Fortnite Monster Hunter, because it's very required you do that crafting stuff.
Do all the building and all of this. Yeah, it's just, they had the skill tree looked a little weird when I was using it too. I wasn't really sure where I was going there in the beginning for that. It was like angling left, then right, then up, then down. It was kind of all over the place for the weapons I had.
Yeah.
But they had like the dual swords. They had the big hammer. They had like the big sword. So it looked like there was a lot of cool stuff happen in terms of the weapons and the loadout.
All right, my camera stuff. I'm just going to turn it off and just leave it off, I think. There we go.
I'm surprised there isn't more conversation about it. That seemed like it was one of those, like, because that was on Game Pass as well, right?
Well, they had the trial on Game Pass. You still have to buy the game.
Apparently, it's Omega tier buggy on PC. Is like also one of the big issues.
Yeah, there was issues, but in Metacritic to 80. So obviously, like, I'm not saying be all end all with Metacritic, but you know, if you big game, you Metacritic to 80, it's good, but it's not quite. I mean, it's a brand new IP, right? So people are looking. So I think that's the reason why the talk wasn't there. I mean, if it was like, let's say like 86 or 87, I think more people would have been like, oh wow, okay, what's this, you know? But people just look at scores, right? People just look at the number and then say,
yeah,
I don't know how many people like look at scores. I feel like there might just be an issue of people being like, I've already played Monster Hunter, I don't feel the need to play it again. Like I don't know, maybe timing or just in general. There could be a ton of issues.
Talking about like Buzz though, like
yeah,
just like talking
Buzz.
about it.
Well,
like,
but that's the thing with Buzz.
It,
I've been seeing ads for it everywhere. Like,
La edad de oro de la cerveza ligera.
Introducing new sweet.
Hey, so
say it.
Purchase a pair of Nintendo Switch game vouchers and then redeem them for 2 digital games in the voucher catalog, including The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, and then get a second game to play while you wait and save on the combined price of both games. That's a savings of up to $30. To purchase and redeem game vouchers, head on over to Nintendo eShop on your Nintendo Switch system. You can also get them through the official My Nintendo Store website.
We love our new home,
There's so much space.
but we have ants.
Expired. Expired.
Property investing simplified.